What's up, y'all? It's Brandon with Prospect Gold. I'm here with my 2021 Harley Davidson Street Glide Special in Prospect Gold. Really excited about this bike. I purchased this thing about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago, with 2,900 miles on it. This is the special package, so you'll see it has the upgraded 19-inch front wheel. It's called a Prodigy wheel. Looking at the front, I did do the headlight bezel in black and replaced the chrome headlight with a black housing headlight, and then did the housings or the lenses for the turn signals as well. I like the black and chrome and gold look. Another upgrade I did was these 14-inch ape hangers. I bought these from Amazon. I think they're Dominator Industries brand. Love these things. Also have the ODI Vans grips on these as well. Obviously my trusty GoPro mount and phone mount in there as well. I have the phone charger hooked to it's actually zip tied, but I use that to charge my phone as I ride. There is a little pocket here, and what I do for that is pretty interesting. This is actually my wireless CarPlay adapter. It plugs into the USB, and you can buy a piece. It's $10 on Amazon. You put under the fairing, it's plug and play. It allows you to bypass the headset system and use Apple CarPlay 24/7. So as soon as I turn this bike on, Apple CarPlay is automatic. I also don't like to use this compartment because I had a cell phone before that was a little bit larger, and upon acceleration, the thing came flying out of here. So that was a lot of fun. Do not recommend. Coming through the rest of the bike, the seat, this is called a Lepera tail whip Daddy long leg. Now it's called Daddy long leg because it places you back an additional 2 inches in the saddle. And I'll get on the bike to show you. I like my leg room. I'm about 6'1", 210 pounds. I have longer legs. So as you can see, my riding position has my feet forward a little bit. When it was stock with a stock seat, I felt like I was crunched up a little bit more on the gas tank, and I didn't like that. Another thing I did, I extended the floorboards themselves about 1.75 inches outward on both sides. So I can kind of have my legs out a little bit, and for me that's a lot more comfortable. These crash bars are stock. They come chrome as part of the special package. Obviously you have the 114 engine standard on the Street Glide Special, and then all of your chrome engine covers and accents. This is absolutely beautiful when it's clean. I was never a chrome guy. After seeing this bike in person, I have changed my mind. I still like my black, but that mix of black and chrome for me really set the bike off. And as we're coming towards the back, I replaced these reflectors. I used the heat gun to take them out. And I think I got these from Amazon. They're just like a cheap little set of reflectors with some 3M backing. And you just toss them in there. There's a little antenna, which I did as well. This thing used to stick up this high, and I don't know why they do that stock, but they do. I didn't like it. I did the housing or the lenses on the rear taillights. I have 4-inch Shark Road slip-ons. Now these were only 250, 300 bucks from eBay. I love the sound. As soon as I bought them, I actually took the baffles straight out. For the price, you really can't beat it. I have heard people have problems with rust, so that is one thing I'm keeping an eye on. As you can tell, they're a little dirty right now, so again, don't judge me. I just did a commute back and forth to work today. I think visually this is a lot different than what you'll usually see with Harley Davidsons. I do a lot of group rides here in Florida, and what I'll tell you is there's only one other guy with a gold Street Glide that shows up out of usually about 100 bikers. So it's easy to find my bike in a parking lot. I love that. Color's not for everyone, but I really love it. I absolutely love it. I like in the shade, it kind of takes on like a dark bronze color, but in the sunlight, it has that speckled flake a little bit that I think looks absolutely amazing. So I think the bike looks great in my opinion. Again, not for everybody, but I really like it. Again, significantly larger than my Softail Slim. I actually saw a Softail Slim on a ride the other day, and I couldn't believe how small it looked next to this bike. You do have the saddlebags. Cool thing about these is it's one touch, right? So you can come up here and open your saddlebag with one finger. That's it. One finger. Use those all the time. All right, that'll do it for the exterior and some of the features I really like about this bike. I'm gonna hop on, throw the helmet on. We'll talk about the ride quality, some of the things I like, some of the pros and cons of riding a bike like this, a big touring bike. So hope you like it. Stay tuned. Let's hop on the bike. One of the first things you'll notice here is that big front screen. I had mentioned the Apple CarPlay I installed wirelessly. I don't know what that guy's doing. Well, anyway, the Apple CarPlay I was talking about, I love it. Responsive touchscreen. I have way too many unread messages. Disregard. It looks horrible. But one of my favorite parts of the bike right there is the screen. Being able to plug into Waze, see all the navigation, control my music just with touching. You know, it's I don't have to focus on my phone or take my eyes off the road for too long. It's quick, efficient. I just really like using the feature. Also the speakers. I don't even think I mentioned the speakers in the review, but the speakers sound great. They seem to be really well made, super high quality speakers. I think they're just the Harley Davidson brand. It sounds amazing. When I bought the bike, it was pretty much stock, aside from this Rode sofa, really thick seat at the dealership. And so first thing I had asked them before I signed on the dotted line, hey, can you throw a stock seat on there? Come to find out, I didn't like the stock seat much. So one thing I'll point out there, I'm 6'1". For me, I was sliding too much up and down, and it just was not comfortable at all. So I don't know if it's just me, but I didn't like the stock seating position whatsoever. There's a lot I had to change on this bike. The stock bars, I just felt like I was slumped over. Maybe it's just personal preference. I like the ape hangers. I like sitting up tall. Just again, my preference. It's what I like. So that's really what I changed. All the ergonomics on this bike are changed. Right, so I did the bars. We've got 14 inches. I ordered 12s, but I think they're 14s. And that kind of forces me to sit up straight, which I like. I did the seat, the Lapera tail whip, to push me back another 2 inches in the saddle. And then extended the floorboards outward almost 2 inches on each side. Those things all put together really helped me make this bike my own. And I do want to emphasize that with anyone in any motorcycle, you're not just customizing a bike to make it look different and cool. I know that that's a part of it, but I think the first mods you want to make are modifications that make you enjoy riding it, make it more comfortable to ride. That's really what I would focus on. But you do you. So stock ergonomics, I'm not a big fan if you're taller. Now you let me know in the comment section if you ride a street glide. If you're shorter than 6 foot, maybe like 5'8", 5'9", it might be perfect for you. I don't know that, so I can't really speak to it, but I was not a fan of the stock ergonomics. Now that can all be fixed. However, you're going to have to invest a lot of money in doing so. You know, bar, seat, all that stuff is really expensive if you do it the right way. So just keep that in mind. Did not like the ergonomics stock at all. Now, looks wise, I know a lot of people are on that road glide train right now, but I just love this old school bat wing looking fairing. I think it looks menacing. Sometimes I'll be behind a truck and you can see the bike in the tailgate of the truck. I think it looks so cool. So personal opinion again, looks wise, it's amazing. So good quality sound, good looks. Ergonomics not so much. Now sound out the pipe stock, again, left a lot to be desired, but I think that's normal for a motorcycle. That's one of the first things that you end up replacing is the exhaust. Again, I didn't invest a lot in these slip-ons. I could get a set of Reinhardts or something like that, but I love the sound these Shark Road slip-ons make. So why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Therefore, I'm going to keep them on until they rust out, like people warn you online. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but that's where I stand on it. Now, this is a heavier bike. My previous bike was a 2017 Softail Slim, which I thought was a pretty decent sized bike at the time. I went on a group ride last week and someone showed up on a Softail Slim, the same one that I had, same color. I had this green military color. I think it was called olive gold, actually. I don't know what's with me and gold, but it was parked next to my bike and I couldn't believe how small it was compared to my bike. I was just like, wow. The touring motorcycle, you just have to be there to compare it to the Softail frame, and the frame sizes are so different. That's something to really keep in mind because you do notice it. I want to say this bike is close to 900 pounds, so it's a heavier bike, whereas the Softail, I'm just kind of throwing numbers out there, is probably, I don't know, if I was to guess, maybe 600 pounds. So you definitely want to keep that in mind as well. I will say, when I purchased this and first got it for those couple weeks, if you're not used to a bagger or a heavier bike, take it easy at first. I've been riding for 20 years, but it was a little unnerving in slow speed maneuvers. So you do have to be careful, but a lot of practice in a parking lot, you'll be fine. What I found was it's all in my head. It's really all in my head. So the issue isn't the bike, but it's you being afraid of the weight of the bike, if that makes sense. Don't let the bike scare you and you will be absolutely fine. But again, give it time. After 2 to 3 weeks, I had it down. You know, you get used to the weight and you learn how to flick it into corners just like anything else. So really, you'll be fine. Cornering, no issues. This engine, the 114, has some get up and go to it. Let me tell you, I had the 103 on my Softail Slim, and there is absolutely no comparison in power and low end torque to these Milwaukee 8 114 engines. No comparison. I'm very happy with my purchase. Would I recommend this bike to everyone? No. If you're the type of person that just wants a stock bike and ergonomics are very important to you, you might just want to think about it, or at least test ride one to see if it fits the structure of your body better than it did mine, because it just didn't fit me that well. About to go over this beautiful scenic bridge. We got the sunset and the sailboats, the whole deal. All right, so let's just break it down real quick recap, and we'll get going. Pros: looks, torque, power, technology, customization options. Cons, and for a stock bike, cons would be ergonomics and weight. It's a heavy bike. Ergonomics and weight. Another pro I wanted to add is, you know, this bike color is amazing. The Prospect Gold. Look at that sunset. That is just beautiful. You know what? I think that'll be a good way to end it today. I hope you all enjoyed the review, my 3,000 mile review on my Street Glide Special. I love this bike. I'm going to continue to ride it, continue doing these videos, hopefully bring some value to your lives and help you make these decisions as well as you're out there purchasing a motorcycle. If you live in Florida, Southwest Florida specifically, you might want to check out Lucky You Cycles, where I purchased this bike from. They had an amazing inventory and very affordable motorcycles as well. With that, I'm going to enjoy this lovely Florida sunset and ride off into the sunset, as they say. Thanks again. This is Brandon with Prospect Gold. Y'all have a good one. Peace.